I was 14 when my family took me on a fun day trip to the city. We ended up at this crowded outdoor market, and my mom smiled, handed me $15, and said, "Go explore a little, we'll be right here." I turned around for maybe 10 seconds. Back and they were gone. No call, no text, no search party, just gone. I waited. Hours passed. Nobody showed up. Not that night. Not ever. That was the day I stopped being someone's son. 8 years later, I did something they'll never forget. Something that hit harder than anything they ever did to me. Now they're calling. Non-stop. I got 46 missed calls in one day. My brother left me a voicemail, begging, "Please, just tell us what you did. Dad's sick. He won't stop screaming your name." So let me just say this. If you think this story's fake, IDC, that's cool. It happened. It's lived in my head rent-free for years, so I'm dumping it here. If you believe me, fine. If not, also fine. But NeoGod, I wish I didn't have this story to tell. I was the youngest 14, family of 4, my mom, my dad, my older brother Jacob, he was 16, and the golden child. We weren't poor, but we weren't exactly doing great either. My parents obsessed over money like it was oxygen. My dad would lose it over snacks, app subscriptions. Even asking for a new hoodie was a crime. But Jacob, he got new sneakers, consoles, whatever he wanted. Yeah, I know, classic favorite child story, but it matters. It sets the scene, so it's the start of summer break. Out of nowhere, Mom's suddenly all about family time. She's hyped up about this trip to the city, like she's trying to win a parenting award. Dad's quiet and irritable. Jacob's scrolling on his phone, acting too cool to breathe the same air. Whole vibe is off. We get there after like an hour. It's loud, sweaty, packed. Smells like fried food and people. We walk around, and my mom's got this plastic grin on like she's filming a commercial. My dad barely looks up from his phone. Jacob's mocking a street performer like a jerk. Then suddenly, like it's rehearsed, Mom stops, turns to me, and goes, "Go explore. Have fun. Here's some cash." She gives me $15. $15. The same woman who once screamed at me for wasting coins on a gumball hands me $15 with a fake smile. I knew something was off, but I didn't fight it. I turned to check out a booth, old keychains, dusty phone cases. 10 seconds. That's it. When I looked back, they were gone, not just walked away gone. I wasn't panicked yet, just annoyed. Figured they moved on without telling me. I walked around, called Mom voicemail, Dad voicemail. Jacob nothing. As usual, I circled the market twice. Went back to where we parked cars, gone. I stood there, then wandered, still thinking this might be some twisted prank. It wasn't. I asked around. Security told me to stop loitering. Said to go wait at the Lost Kids booth, this sad blue tent near the food trucks. I sat there, told the volunteers I was fine, lied through my teeth. I waited, all day, all night. It wasn't until after midnight, sitting alone under a buzzing street lamp, that it hit me. They weren't coming back. I kept calling. My phone died. I remember thinking, damn, I should have brought my charger. Like that was the big problem. Next morning I tried to buy a bus ticket, but I didn't have enough. Didn't even know where to go if I did get back. I wandered, hungry, tired, numb. At one point, I heard some kids talk about how their parents were late picking them up. I almost laughed, because I didn't get picked up. I got left. The thing is, it wasn't even shocking. They always made me feel like the extra piece that didn't fit. Mom called me too much. Dad got furious over a B+ on a report card. Jacob failed tests, blamed the teacher. I got sick and missed school. Suddenly, I was the reason life was hard. Jacob was the athlete. I was the gamer. He got invited to parties. I got told to do dishes. So yeah. Sitting on that
Things
curb,
in this
I
world
realized
that
I
taste
was
the taste
erased.
buds in the way that
No
desserts
texts,
like
no
these
calls,
do.
no apology, no come home. Just silence. I stopped being anyone's child that day. I became a problem they thought solved itself. It didn't end there. I didn't just move on. I didn't get adopted or rescued. I disappeared, blended in, learned how to survive. I drifted, stayed quiet, trusted no one. Sometimes I'd sleep in the bus station. Not really sleep, just close my eyes and hope nobody tried anything. One guy shoved me off a bench at 3 a.m. I shoved back. He shoved harder. I walked away. You learn fast. Protect your space, or you lose it. I didn't cry. I got angry. Always angry. Food. Whatever I could find. Discount bins. Old fries from food trucks. Not glamorous, but I didn't starve. Nobody missed me. No posts. No flyers. No "have you seen this kid?" I checked their socials still up. Jacob winning trophies. Mom bragging online.
Kind of art.
Dad showing up at every event. No mention of me. Like I never existed. I tried to go back to school once. Sat outside. No one recognized me. Didn't have ID. Didn't have a name anymore. I watched Jacob walk in with his friends, laughing. Like I was never real. Eventually, I stopped thinking about home as a place. It was just something other people had. I met Emery at a shelter. Not friends at first. He tried to shove me out of a laundry room. We almost fought, then ignored each other, then started talking. He taught me how to get by, how to get an ID at 18, how to stay invisible. I counted the days. Watched my parents online. They were fine. Happy even. I screenshot everything. Built a mental file of every fake smile they posted. Every award Jacob won. Every business connection my parents showed off. I started leaving comments from burner accounts. Nothing crazy. Just, "What happened to your other son? Where's your youngest?" They always deleted them. But I knew they saw them. One day, I saw Jacob at a gas station. He didn't recognize me. I looked different. Shaved head, hoodie, quiet. He laughed with his friends, complained about our parents. I almost walked up, almost said something, but I didn't, because I realized he never cared. None of them did. They deleted me. So I became a ghost with a memory, and I waited until I could haunt them properly. What I did, that's part 2. But just know, they'll never forget what they did, because now, neither will the world. I saw a few people replay stuff like, "Huh? What do you mean?" But I didn't care. My mom would block and delete every time I tried to reach out, so I stopped trying the normal way. I started DMing people from burner accounts, just asking, "Do you know about me?" Most ignored it. A few got mad, called me a troll. I didn't argue. I was just planting seeds. I started saving money, bit by bit, found small gigs, nothing illegal, just enough to survive. Kept my head down, didn't talk about my past. If someone asked, I just said my family moved away, or that I was on my own. No one really pushed for details. People see a young guy alone and think, "Not my problem." Emery once told me, "You want real revenge? Wait. Patience hits harder than rage." I wasn't about to throw a tantrum and get arrested. I wanted them to feel it. For real. Eventually, I started hearing whispers that their business was struggling. Lost contracts, customers talking. Online, I saw the cracks forming. Fewer posts from Jacob. My parents arguing in comment sections. That shiny image they built. It was slipping, but it wasn't enough. I didn't want them to just stumble, I wanted them to fall. Hard. Alone. Forgotten. Just like they left me. I started researching ways to hit their reputation. Not illegal, just chaotic. Dropping questions in the right inboxes. Whispering doubt into trusted ears. Every time they tried to post their perfect little family updates, I was just out of frame. Reminding them it was all a lie. I kept saving, Kept watching, kept waiting, because I wasn't going to fade out and become some lesson they could spin. I wanted to leave a mark. By the time I turned 22, I had my chance. They were gearing up for a big expansion, a massive project, huge money on the line, and I knew exactly where to strike. Here's what people don't tell you about revenge. It's slow. It's not some Netflix climax where one text takes down the empire. It's a grind. You chip away. You wait for the cracks. If you jump too soon, you're just shouting into the void. For years, I kept quiet, just watching them live out their fantasy online. Family values this loyal community, that my mom especially, always posting those long captions about faith and love, tagging other moms like she was some parenting guru. But if anyone commented anything even slightly off, deleted, fast. I tested it, made a burner, and left a harmless comment like, "Hope both your sons are doing well." It was gone in 5 minutes. One of her friends actually DM'd me asking if I was okay, then blocked me. It was like they were trained not to see me. That just made my work easier. I watched Jacob too just to see if he'd ever grow a spine. Spoiler, he didn't. Same old flexes, same hollow grin. Then one night, I saw him outside a restaurant arguing with our dad. Full-on shoving match by the parking lot. I stood far enough to stay hidden, but close enough to see it. Their picture, life, crumbling, so I got to work. I made a list of everyone tied to their business clients, loyal followers, even the local Facebook group admins my mom was always kissing up to. Then I started sending out vague messages from fake emails. Hey, just a heads up. Heard some weird stuff about their finances. You might want to double check before you commit. Nothing you could trace, but just enough to plant doubt. When my mom posted a picture about a new building and tagged the bank, I knew exactly who to target. I dropped some questions in the local groups. Is that really happening? I heard there's been trouble behind the scenes. Then I vanished. People started arguing in the comments. Some claimed my dad was in debt. Others mentioned payment issues from last year. The rumor mill did the rest. I didn't even have to push anymore. I DM'd some of Jacob's friends, too, just said, "Ever wonder what happened to the other brother?" One of them took the bait. I told them, "Ask Jacob." The next day, his Instagram was private. I laughed for an hour. Their business pages went quiet. Their posts stopped getting likes. The expansions stalled. I even mailed an anonymous letter to their bank. I'm a concerned relative, just worried about their financial stability. I heard from someone at the shelter whose aunt worked there. The loan got delayed. Then I saw it. My dad outside the house, yelling, waving his phone. My mom slapped his hand away. He slammed the door so hard the neighbor across the street stopped raking and just stared. They couldn't delete me. I was the problem now. I started calling their house from random numbers, letting it ring once, hanging up. Petty, sure, but I wanted them to feel watched. I sent unsigned birthday cards to Jacob. Just a note, "Hope you're doing well." He posted about it, said he had a weird fan. I died laughing, and then I made my real move. I filed to contest a piece of family property, used my real name. It forced them into legal hoops, lawyers, paperwork, public records. Emery told me they were freaking out, trying to do damage control. Then I got an email from my dad. Just one line. "Why are you doing this?" I didn't answer. Let him sweat. I wasn't after money. I wanted accountability. I wanted them to live with the fear they gave me. That sense that the floor could vanish at any moment. That you don't matter. That no one is coming for you. Because now, I was the consequence. Final update. I thought it would feel cinematic, some big dramatic payoff. But it didn't. It felt awkward, messy, real. Their names started showing up on my phone. Voicemails. 46 missed calls in 1 week. Then Jacob's voice panicked. "What did you do? Are you coming back?" Dad's sick. Mom's losing it. Please call. I never did. When the court date came, I showed up, just to see their faces. My name was called, and the room went silent. My mom actually stood like she was going to run to me. Her lawyer made her sit hard. Dad stared through me like if he just kept blinking, I'd disappear again. Jacob glared, then looked away. I didn't speak to them, just signed what I needed to. During a break, my mom tried to whisper something. I walked right past her. She reached out, missed, and slapped the wall. Jacob muttered something. I didn't catch it. Didn't care. The process took months. Every document had my name. Every legal notice had to go through me. They couldn't erase it, couldn't delete it. Jacob tried calling from random numbers. Once texted, Dad's in the hospital. Mom's freaking out. Please, just talk to us. I didn't reply. They wanted a clean ending, a family talk, some redemption arc. But I wasn't interested in forgiveness. I wasn't trying to heal. I wanted them to live with it. All of it. I got my share. Not a fortune, but enough. Enough to leave a mark. Enough to be a permanent part of their record. Every time they try to buy something, move something, there I am, a ghost in their paperwork. People ask if I feel better, if I got closure. I don't even know what that means. This isn't a movie. There's no music swell, no big hug. I didn't want reconciliation. I wanted reckoning. And now, every time they look over their shoulder, wondering if I'll show up again, that's enough. They don't get to rewrite history and walk away clean. No happy ending, just consequences.